What's going on, y'all? Machiavelli Mills TV. Y'all hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Y'all come on in here, hit the like button as soon as you come on in here. Hit the like button as soon as you come on in. We need to talk about Dak Prescott, him calling off his wedding to his fiance, and prenuptial agreements, right? And the wealthy, and what these prenuptial agreements do for them and why they are important. Okay, because this story is all over, it's everywhere now. This story is spreading everywhere, and now everybody is, they're having opinions about it. Is Dak Prescott wrong? Is his wife wrong? Are prenups a bad omen for a marriage? Should they be in place? Should they not be in place? All of that, we're gonna talk about it on this live stream, but I'm gonna wait till y'all get in here first before we start really breaking everything down significantly, right? But yeah, y'all come on in here. Come on in here. Let's have a conversation. Let's talk about it. Good evening, everybody. I was gonna say good afternoon, but it's 7 o'clock in Chicago. So good evening. Um, yeah, man, this storm is ridiculous. But yeah, we gonna be all right though, man. I appreciate you though. But we gonna be all right, man. But this storm is absolutely it's crazy. It is a crazy thing. It's gonna be going down. But anyway, though, I'm gonna let a few more of y'all come on in here first. I'm gonna let y'all pile in before I start going on my whole little rant and having my conversation about it. Um, we gonna talk though. What's up, y'all? What's the word? What's the word, man? Uh, Today we're gonna be talking about Dak Prescott, starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys, and him calling off his own wedding because his fiance refused to sign a prenuptial agreement that he had set in place. Right? I'm gonna tell y'all this right now. So I have no problem with the prenup. These rich athletes have to protect themselves at all costs. Uh, nah, I feel like rich people in general have to protect themselves all the way around. If you're a person who is wealthy, I believe in protecting yourself first. When you get into a marriage, you want you your mindset, you want things to go right. You want everything to be all uh flowers and roses and all of that. You want everything to be all good. But the reality is that's not always the case, right? When you get into marriages, sometimes people change. So you may not see the person, you might not foresee them being a person that might try to shake you down for everything you got. Right? Because when you get into the marriage, you don't never see, most of the time, most people don't never see that their significant other being a person that could take them for nearly all they got. Right? You only marrying that person most of the time because you're thinking the best about this individual. You're thinking this person is not going to do me wrong. They're going to be fair. Everything is going to be all good. You're not thinking the worst, right? But in reality, we have to live in reality for real. And things could go left. And if they do, it is important for you to protect yourself. For real. It is important for you to protect yourself. Um, Honestly, and it's not just for a man. I would say that to women too. Anybody that got a significant amount of money and your partner did not, like, they didn't have that type of money. This is money that you had, and you earn, and you are the significant breadwinner by far. Yeah, protect yourself, protect your assets, 100%. And if that person really loves you, I think they would sign it. For real. First of all, Dak and his woman, they already have children, right? So she gonna get a certain amount of money anyway because he has children with this woman, right? She's gonna get a certain amount of. You're gonna get money anyway. You have children with this man. You're gonna be good. So what's the issue in signing the prenuptial agreement? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't understand that. I would advise anybody. I would advise anybody who is well off, wealthy. Yeah, make sure you protect yourself at all costs, man or woman. And I'm gonna say this too, because any woman that's saying, "Oh, this is wrong," you don't need no prenup. If it was their money, they're gonna protect themselves as well. 100%. They're gonna protect themselves at all costs. If Dak Prescott was their son, they're gonna tell their son, "Hey, hey, 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 son, I know you love this woman. I know you want to be with her for the rest of your life, but in the reality, sometimes people change. Sometimes people become vindictive in ways you never saw coming. So you have to protect yourself with a prenuptial agreement. For real, right? And it be what it be. Now, Charlie X, true. Now she finna go and take it. She gonna get that child support. But in my mind, I'm thinking like, why you want this prenup? You don't want to sign this prenup. You already got his kids. So like, but hey man, I've heard of situations like this happening. I will never forget. Exactly. Oprah never married Stedman. She ain't they not giving their money up to nobody. Oprah, as wealthy as she is, she say, I'm not getting married. I'm not. I'm the significant breadwinner. I'm not finna give my finances. I'm not finna give that up. I'm not finna marry somebody and then have my finances in jeopardy. And I don't blame her for that. I'm gonna be real with you. Like wealthy, when one wealthy person marries a person who's not wealthy, the marriage is really not always in benefit of that wealthy person as far as financially, right? Financially. Um, that's why prenuptial agreements are set in stone. Well, that's why they're put in place. And some would say, um, it's a bad omen for a marriage, but I don't think so at all. I don't think so at all. I look at certain situations. Yes, Brian Chapman. Look what happened to Shane Mosley, Sugar Shane Mosley, right? One of my favorite boxers growing up, was a big fan of his. He married a woman, Jen Sheehan. I forgot her last name. He married a woman named Jen. He marries her, Asian woman, loves her. They got kids, all of that. When the divorce came, she took him for everything, nearly everything. They even gave her some of his championship belts he had earned in his boxing career. Now she ain't stepped one foot in the ring. She getting his belts too. What the hell? Which can, of course, can be sold at a high rate. To have the belt of Sugar Shane Mosley, people will pay a lot of money to have that. A ton of bread, right? So she getting actual items that she can monetize as well. You know what I'm saying? So and I remember when this happened to Shane, Shane was like, yo, it was upcoming. I think he had some, she felt like, hey, F you. You're at the end of your career. All of the money that you, because Shane had been at the twilight of his career. He was in the twilight of his career. She figured, hey, I'm finna get up out of here. You about to be gone. Your career about to be over with. I'm hightailing it out of here. I think he even found out that she was already married. She wasn't legally divorced from her another marriage that she had, or something crazy. Something crazy. I don't know how that works. Something crazy he found out. I don't know, because I'm like, how would she get those assets if she was still legally married? But I don't know. Something happened, right? Something he found out along those lines. But anyway, luckily for Shane, he won the fight against Antonio Margarito, which shocked a lot of people. And then he got a big fight against Floyd Mayweather Jr. and made a lot of money in them fights. And he was able to have some more fights at the end of his career to be able to earn him some top dollar. He was able to earn him a nice chunk of change, right? But that ain't the case for everybody, man. Some people get cleaned out. And it's important to protect yourself at all costs. At all costs. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can love a woman, you can have great intentions going into a marriage, but you still got to be smart, right? And from my understanding, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't know. I don't think Kobe Bryant had a prenuptial agreement set in place when he married Vanessa Bryant. And that is part of a reason, from what I remember, why Kobe Bryant's parents were not in agreement with him marrying Vanessa Bryant. He was 21 years old. She was like 18. I think they married without a prenup. Did they marry with a prenup? Without a prenup? Did they? I don't know. He didn't have a prenup? You saying no? He didn't have a prenup, right? Yeah. Yeah. And when they found that out, they said, oh, hell no. Hell no. And people called Kobe's parents wrong and foul for that. Now they should have came to the wedding to support their son 100%, right? But I'm gonna tell you right now, my mama would have slapped the taste out of my mouth. I'm grown as hell, but my mom and my father would have slapped some taste out of my mouth. I tried to marry a woman with all that money at the very beginning of my career without a prenuptial agreement, right? Because you've seen Kevin Federline, he hit the jackpot when him and because that's what I'm gonna say. Dak Prescott wife, I mean fiance. I'm like, you already got the kids. You could have pulled a Kevin Federline if you really wanted to get off, right? Like Kevin Federline, him and Britney Spears divorce. He said, okay, let me get the kids. Let me get the kids. She had to pay him child support, right? She had to pay him child support. You see what I'm saying? And yeah, and he was getting bank off Britney. Because he the one that's actually caring for the children. And in all the cases, whoever got the kids, they getting the child support. So yeah. Well, yeah. You said nah, she wanted that alimony check too. That hit different. Yeah. Shit, boy. But yeah, man, like, what was I gonna say? Yeah, when Kobe parents, people always villainize and say they were terrible for that. But I'm sorry. My mama and them and my father would have fought me tooth and nail to get a prenup with a woman at 21 years old. I don't care how old I was. At any age, get a prenup. That woman ain't got no money. You do. Protect yourself. You don't know what could happen. You hope she wouldn't do you wrong. You pray that wouldn't be the case. You wish that would never go, that none of this, she would ever do you foul. That's the intention. That's what you want to happen when you're about to get married, right? When you're wealthy, you hope this woman will never do you foul. But hey, man, we don't know this, man. We don't know if she will or not. We just pray she won't. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, or same thing again. Same thing with the woman. It's not just a man thing when a man is wealthy. A woman too. A woman is rich. She pray, oh, I hope my husband don't try to take me for all I got. Look what happened with Halle Berry now. Halle Berry, what? They ripping Halle pockets off. You feel me? Ripping Halle pockets off. So it's the same thing with a woman when she up and she got a lot of money, marry somebody without a prenup, and you see they get the benefit off of, they get to snatch all that paper about you. It happens, you know what I'm saying? So, you said Adele is going to make Rich Paul sign a prenup before they get, I guess you're trying to say before they get married for sure. Yeah, because how much Adele got? Rich got a bag, but Adele bag probably more. I'm not familiar with Adele's status within the entertainment industry, how big she is, if she got money like Rihanna and them got, or Kim Kardashian and them got. But I'm sure she's very, very wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Even though he got paper, she gonna make sure. Hey, you ain't getting what I got though. You ain't getting what I got. So yeah, man. You said Adele already paid her first husband. See, I didn't even know nothing about none of this. Adele's first divorce, there was no prenup, settled privately, but rumored massive payout. Oh, she ain't, she ain't doing that again. I ain't know nothing about her having a first marriage. I'm not really familiar with Adele like that, to be real with y'all. Um, so like I didn't with a woman who's already been married and already got taken for her bag. Oh, she ain't letting it. She not letting herself get robbed no more. That's just not happening most of the time. Despite how much love there is, she might love Rich Paul, but she gonna make sure, hey, I gotta make sure I'm protected on all fronts because it's not happening to me again. And I can't be real with you. I can't blame her for thinking like that. I can't blame her for thinking like that. You know what I'm saying? So I understand it. I really, really, truly understand it. I remember when Steven Jackson told this story. And he talked about when he was some years into the NBA. He was still fairly young, but he was some years in. He making some good money. He met a woman. He ends up dating this woman. He ends up falling in love with her. He's in love, and he decides to propose to her. He want to do the man thing. He want to make a family. He want to establish a solid foundation, something that is solid. He wanted to have a committed relationship with this woman. He proposes to her. He says, "Hey, all we have to do just sign this prenuptial agreement. That's all. We good. Sign that prenup. We're good to go. We get married. We can live happily ever after." She tells him, "Okay, okay, cool. I'll do that." Right? Time passes. She's sending out wedding invitations. The prenuptial agreement is not signed yet. He's reminding her, "Hey, remember, sign this prenup. Hey, remember, sign this prenup. We got to have it in place. We got to get that signed before we can walk down that aisle." She says, "Okay, okay, okay." Time passing. She's still not signing the prenup, right? A couple of weeks before the wedding, he tells her, "Hey, baby, sign that prenup. Wedding almost here. Sign the prenup." She said, "Okay, I'm going to get around to doing it." Right? Hmm. Come to the wedding day. She still has not signed the prenup. He tells her, "I cannot marry you." They at his actual wedding. The wedding is about to take place in a few hours. He tells her, "I cannot marry you. You're not willing to sign this prenup. I cannot marry you." He's hurt. He's devastated, right? And eventually she come out and say, "Okay, okay, okay, okay. I sign it, I sign it, I sign it." No, first, the pastor that his fiance chose, the pastor was trying to convince Steven Jackson to not try to even get her to sign. He said, "Well, young brother, I don't believe in prenups. I don't believe in that. That's just a bad sign for the marriage." Brother, pastor, F you. Sorry. That's why she wanted you to be the pastor in the first place. Because she figured you was going to convince me to not sign the prenups. No. She knew you didn't believe in prenups, so she thought you was going to get me to just not go through with it. Absolutely not. No, I can't. I'm protecting my assets. So, you know, he chose, he like, look, I'm not getting married. He said he's so hurt. He's boo-hoo crying, like snot crying, because he loved this woman, but he realizes this woman is not for me. I love her, but she don't love me enough to sign this prenup so we can go and live happily ever after. Right. So he's devastated at the fact that this all put all this wedding together, and look, she don't want to sign the prenup. He said at the last minute, she goes, "Okay, okay, okay. I'll sign it, I'll sign it, I'll sign it." And he said, "But I knew she could claim she signed it under emotional duress." Right? She signed it, under duress at that time. He said, "So I'm not," he said, "So I was like, oh no, mm-mm. You're trying to sign it like that? Oh no, we're not doing it." So he called off the wedding, and it was over with after that. Right? Because he like, yo, I have to protect myself. I've come from nothing. I've made a way for myself, because Steven Jackson almost didn't get to the league a few times, right? went overseas, certain things didn't pan out the way he thought it was going to pan out. He finally gets to the NBA. He makes the name for himself. He wins the championship in San Antonio. He goes on to be a staple. He goes on to be a key contributor to the Indiana Pacers team. He shows his worth in the league, right? And it makes millions of dollars. It makes his dream comes true. And I have to protect that, man. I was able to accomplish something that only 1% of the population ever could accomplish, maybe less than that, right? And he's like, yo, I have to protect myself. I can't just, get married and say, oh, F the prenup because I'm in love. Because unfortunately, when people are being devious, love go out the window. They're going to try to take you for everything you got. And yeah, he said that day he was crying. He said, I had snot coming down my face, right? Steven Jackson is who I'm talking about in the NBA. He said, I had snot coming down my face. I'm crying so heavily. He said, Mike Bibby's mother came up to me, wiped all the snot, and he said, snot and tears all out my face. And she said, it's okay. You became a man today. You became a man today, baby. You became a man today. It's all right, right? He said, I will never forget my baby's mother consoling me and letting me know that I made the real stand-up, mature, smart decision that day. She let me know I did the right thing, right? And let me know I stood on my ground. I stood my ground as a man and as a person who had earned everything that I got to protect that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. And Steven, truthfully, man, Captain Jack could score. Like I have disagreements with certain things Steven Jackson has done in the NBA, but Steven Jackson at a point was averaging close, like in Golden State, he was averaging 21, probably almost 22 a game in Golden State. He was the leading scorer on Golden State team. Charlotte, he was what, 21, 20, like, yes. Captain Jack could score that rock. And he was still traditionally known as a role player, but most like he was getting buckets though as a role player. Like I'm talking about Jamal Crawford type buckets, like averages. Steven Jackson was definitely getting at least 18, 19, 17. I remember watching San Antonio when San Antonio beat New Jersey. If Captain Jack not there, Captain Jack got them up out of there. I always give him his credit. Steven Jackson hit some of the biggest shots for San Antonio to close out that game. Captain Jack was firing that motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. In 03, I remember watching that, man. I remember watching that. I was at my grandfather's house. Me, my mama, my siblings, we over there with my granddad, watching the game, going crazy. You feel me? So, yeah, man, I say to say, I don't blame Dak Prescott for wanting to protect himself and his wealth that he's earned. Dak Prescott worth $300+ million. Oh no, baby. I gotta make sure I'll be okay in the event that me and you don't work out. I have to, right? I just have to do that. There's no way I'm going to be allowing myself to just get taken to the cleaners, knowing that not only do I have kids that I'm going to have to pay for, regardless if me and you ain't together, right? And whether we together or not, I got to be able to take care of them. But I know I'm going to have to pay a chunk of change if you get up out of here. And then knowing he probably take care of his mom. His mom, or I think his mother, is his mother deceased now? Did his mom pass away? Did Dak mom pass away? But he had probably other family members he got to take. I know his brother passed away, right? Is his mom still living? One of them passed away. But anyway, he got other family he probably taking care of. Other people he trying to, make sure it's okay. His mom passed away, right? So he probably got other family members he trying to take care of and make sure they okay. You got other people he trying, you know what I'm saying? Other things that he got in order. I can't have you taking me to the cleaners and interfering with that. Because sometimes, bro, when when a person is being vindictive and they want to take you for your bread, they don't give a they don't give a damn about what you got going on with your family and who you may not be able to support any longer. They don't care. Majority of the time, they care about what you can do for them, how much money they getting. They don't care about your mama or how much they hurting or how much they ain't got. Prime example. Vanessa Bryant didn't give a damn about how much money Kobe Bryant's father and his mama didn't have. She didn't give a flying fuck about how much. And I know people don't like for me to say that. You know what I'm saying? I know they don't like for me to say that, but she ain't care how much. She didn't care how much they might have been struggling, how much they didn't have. To her, she like, look, you Kobe and them family. You ain't mine. And I just think that's wrong, me personally. I couldn't do that, you know? And shoot, Kobe wasn't here to intervene on that. Said Russell Wilson dodged a bullet, which, yeah, man. But Russell was married to her, though. They got divorced, but he was married to that woman already. You said Max Crowder at the Ravens back out of the deal. Yeah, what did they rethink it and say, oh no, we gave up too much? Or yeah, did he not pass a physical? It was wow, they back out of that deal. That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I'm gonna have to look that. I'm gonna have to look into that. But anyway, yeah, man. I don't blame. I do not blame Dak Prescott for protecting himself and protecting his assets. Not at all. Do what you got to do to protect yourself, brother. And I ain't even no Dak Prescott fan. But still, somebody said Dak got too close to Dak got too close to a ring for his comfort. They crazy. That's crazy. People are wild. That is crazy to say. But yeah, man, like, nah, I'm understanding that. Hey, look, hold on to your money, brother. Protect yourself. Make sure you're okay first. Make sure you are okay first. You know, your kids are going to be taken care of and all of that, but we just don't know. You just don't know how. Again, you can't. I believe in getting a prenup signed for sure. I believe in getting a prenup. Hey, I believe in prenuptial agreements, especially when you're wealthy. Excuse me. When you're wealthy. But yeah, man. I believe in getting. Hey, when you wealthy, make sure you got that prenup intact. Cause you just never know what could happen. You think you know, but hey, it might not go how you think. You know what I'm saying? And that's for anybody, man or woman. Man or woman. Yeah, you love your significant other, love your fiance, your potential spouse, but make sure you okay at the end of the day. Self-preservation is important because I can't just I can't put myself at risk of being cleaned out, all for the sake of saying I love you. So like, let's just hope this goes well. I could love you to no end. I could love you tremendously. But at the end of the day, I got to make sure if this goes wrong, I'm going to be all right. And that's just smart, man. I'll tell that to my son. I'll tell that to my daughter. I'll tell it to my little cousins. I'll tell it to my sisters. Y'all get some money. Y'all get into some money somehow, some way. Don't let nobody tell you don't need no prenup. Yes, you do. They don't want to get that prenup. No marriage. If I got all this money and you don't want to sign no prenup, can't do it. Can't do it. Well, the samurai Mike Singletary can't do it. Won't do it. Yeah, man. That's just me though. You know, that's how I feel. Said Dak turned into Neo from the Matrix on his ex the way he dodged his bullet. Cooking with Foxy, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, he did the. I see he did the AI video. Yeah, I see he did the AI video. Fifth love, he loved using that AI, boy. For real, he loved using that AI. But yeah, I saw that. I'm like, yeah, Dak did right. Cause I'm telling y'all, boy, let a woman, let Dak Prescott been the son of of a woman you know. She gonna tell her son, well, you better get that prenup. You better get that prenup in place. I don't care what's going on. You better get it. Hey, make her sign it. Make her sign it, baby. You want to make sure you're all right. Shoot. Ah. Said Dak set the papers on fire, threw a smoke bomb, and vanished. Yeah, and that's unfortunate because they have children together already. So now the kids are gonna know, hey, mom and dad, they splitting up, right? So it's unfortunate, right? And that's why people say you should have kids after marriage and all of that. But shit, they could have still split after the marriage, after the marriage anyway, right? But like, yeah, now kids got to see mom and dad splitting up, and eventually they're gonna learn it's because of that prenuptial agreement. And yeah, I need that. I need to have that prenup set in place if I'm wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Charlie X say, and Emmanuel Acho, of course, had a dumbass take talking about if you don't trust her, then you shouldn't marry her. Man, be quiet, bro. You can trust her. Let me tell you something. I don't put nothing past nobody, right? Like, I'm telling you, man, like, people change, unfortunately. Sometimes the signs be always there, but sometimes, bro, a woman could be one way when she got her friends in her ear, her family on her family in her ear, all of that stuff can get into her head and permeate her brain. And you be like, what the hell? She come hit you and like, I need all of that money about you. Cause she been listening to everybody else around her. And she comes, hey, I need that. And now you know she just like, damn, I want that paper about you. He said, Charlie X say, I trust my driving skills, but I still got car insurance. Exactly. That's a great analogy. It's a great point. Yeah, you trust your driving, but you're still gonna have insurance just in case. You still gonna have a just in case this go wrong. You need some type of security blanket set in place. Just in case you turn crazy on me. Just in case you get the urge to want to do to clean me out. I need this. Cause you just never know, man. Like, you never know. You can in your mind, you only marry a person, most smart people only marry a person that they trust, right? You only marry a person that you feel like you only marrying this person because you feel like you could be with this woman for the rest of your life or to be with this person if you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? You only doing that because you wishing the best and you're hoping for the best. You have a positive outlook on this marriage, right? But things can happen and go wrong, even when you got a positive outlook on everything. You know what I'm saying? You know? So yeah, man. Hey, Cole, what we doing? Said women initiate most divorces, and marriage, in my opinion, is for simps because what benefit does a man get from marriage that he can't get in a regular relationship? Well, you get certain stuff etched in stone. Okay. You seen Adele's husband clean her out allegedly because they got married without a prenup. If a man marries a woman that's wealthy and he's not, he comes up, right? So it's not just a man can't get. If a man marry a woman that's wealthy and he ain't, he can come up too. Let's be real and let's be honest and open. There are men who have married women who are way bigger earners than they ever could possibly be, and they come out on top if they get divorced. You know what I'm saying? If she the breadwinner, they come look at what Halle Berry didn't went through, right? Charlie X says marriage is also good for birthright for a generational passage. You know what I'm saying? Like it's benefits to marriage. You know what I mean? It is. But if you're wealthy, you still need a just in case, etched in stone, just in case stuff goes wrong. So marriage doesn't only benefit women. It has benefited men as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Mary J. Blige husband, Ken Do's out here coming up, boy. What? So yeah, man. But however, Black Maul is right. When you get into the marriage, the divorces be harder. It's hard. It's easy to get married. It's harder to get divorced, especially when a person got some little money and all that stuff going on. For real. Said Candace Parker, ex-husband. His name is Sheldon Williams. Is his name. And Sheldon was in the NBA. He still got that. Candace had a much better career than he had, of course. But Sheldon went to Duke, played for the Atlanta Hawks and all of that. He still got a milli up out of it. Yeah, he still got a milli up out of it. Hey, no. Look. I don't know though, bro. I mean, it all depends on if the man is the breadwinner in this. If the man is the breadwinner, then yes, the relationship, the marriage will a lot of stuff will be in favor of the woman if he's the breadwinner. But I'm telling y'all, I didn't see it. I'm in my work with this white guy and my previous employer. I was 25. He was telling me this. 25, I was like 26. And he was telling me, Malcolm, I was married before him and his woman that he's with right now. They're common law married. They're not married on paper, but he still calls it his wife. He said, I call the woman that I'm with now my wife, but we're not legally married. We just have a common law, like marriage type of thing, right? He said, but my ex-wife, she made more than me. And in Illinois, whoever made the most, you still get a check from your wife when you still get a check from whoever, you still get money from whoever was the breadwinner, right? So he still gets money from the marriage that he had with his ex-wife as long as he doesn't remarry, right? He still get money from from the woman that was that's his ex-wife, right? And he still get his retirement check that he got as well when he worked these other little jobs he get. So him and his woman now be chilling and sitting pretty and sitting fat because of the money his ex-wife was making, because she was the breadwinner, right? And yeah, He said, Slim, what the fuck am I doing wrong out here? Bro, I promise you, the man sat and told me that. I'm like, what? I didn't even know that. Like in Illinois, yeah, got to pay you some of that money. Whoever the biggest, the biggest breadwinner, and he was getting money from his wife. As long as he don't remarry, it's why he said he will never marry again, right? And he said the woman he's in a common law marriage with, she's getting the same type of check, money. She getting that same type of check from her ex-husband, right? So they getting money from their former spouses, putting that all together, as well as the money they got from their retirement check, and then they work other little side jobs and they travel off of that money. Because he was seasonally working at my former employer. He was seasonally working. He'd be on the job with us where I worked at. He'd be there for like 6 months on a 6-month assignment. He'll take a 6.5 month assignment. And then right after that, him and his wife, they go to traveling. And they travel off the money he made at the job he was at, retirement check, and then off the money he was getting from his wife, his ex-wife. And off the money his current common law wife was getting from my ex-husband. They were putting all that shit together and kicking it. You know what I'm saying? The game is cold. The game is to be sold, not told. But that brother told that man, white guy, told me that. I'm like 26. I'm damn, what? He like, Malcolm, I don't like when I'm not here, when I'm out, when I'm working in the off season, when I'm done working here seasonally, me and my woman now, we go travel, do all type of stuff. Off money he made at the job seasonally, and that money he getting from his ex-wife. And the woman, his current common law wife is getting from my ex-husband. I was like, shit, what? So yeah, told me that. I said, that is crazy. And why he told me I ain't getting married no more. Because the moment he gets married, he not gonna be able to get that support from that ex-wife no more. She ain't gonna be able to get that support from my ex-husband. If they were legally get married, it's over with. You know? So then it's a crazy cold game out here. It truly, truly is. No, him and his ex-wife had kids. Yes, I think he had a son or 2 sons or something like that. I know he at least had 1 son from his previous marriage. Because I remember he told me, this is the craziest shit in the world. He told me his son had his family thinking he about to graduate from college. They all go out to where he's at school at, I think somewhere in Iowa. They all go out to go to graduation. They get to the damn ceremony. They looking for his name in the pamphlet, in the what you call it, for the in the they have it listed under the major. His name nowhere to be found. He said his son pops up behind them while they seated at the ceremony, saying, "Hey y'all, I'm not graduating today. I lied to y'all. I haven't been going to class." He said, Malcolm, I could have killed my son at that minute. He had all of us pack up and come out there thinking he about to graduate from college. He not even like, he ain't been going to class or nothing. He ain't been in class or shit. That man told me that. I say, what? He said, I had all us pack up. I got his grandmama. I got my mom, his mother's mama. We all out there. All us packed up. So happy, thinking our boy graduated from college. No, he is not. I said, damn, what? So I knew they had 1 son. I don't know. I think they might have had 2 kids, but I know he had 1 son in particular, though. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I knew that was that was the case. They had 1 child together. Poison Ivy say, this girl did that to her family in undergrad. I was like, girl, please don't do this. She did it anyway. I was scared for her life. Facts. Because you do that shit, I'm sorry, you do that to a black family, they gonna damn near kill you there. Damn near kill you. You're gonna come within an inch of your life. Had all the family come and pack up. Lying to them had them thinking you about to graduate. They come there, they looking for your name in the pamphlet, looking under the major. They have your major listed. He looking for his name. We can't find his name nowhere. What's going on here? He come up behind them while they seated. Hey y'all, not graduating. I lied to you guys. What? Sorry, I lied to you, Martin. I just didn't want to go to Arizona. I just didn't want to go to Arizona. Say y'all at least still had a cookout though. Hell no. My people going crazy. My people going crazy. Man, like my father would have what? My mom and my father would have lost their goddamn mind on me that happened. But anyway, yeah, but he told me that's what he basically was. He was getting money from his ex-wife. And I always bring up Kevin Federline, boy. Kevin Federline, though. Woo, he had them kids too. Brittany had to pay him bank. Bank. Sorry, I'm lying to you, Maria, poison ivy. That man told me that, but then his son was really smart. He just didn't like school and stuff. His son ended up going to the military. And he tested. What they do? What do they call it? The ASVAB test or something like that? I think that's what they call the military test people take. I'm assuming. Y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. He tested high on that. So he was going in with a certain type of distinction because he tested so high or something like that on there. You know that. And I think he was going into the Navy because the Navy goes to Great Lakes. So he was going to see his son off into the Navy or something like that. He was. Kevin Federline was with, first he was with Shar Jackson, yes. The one who was Niecy. And then he got with Britney Spears. Got with Britney, came up, got them babies out of her, got that bank. He was with Shar Jackson, yes. At first, then he got with Britney after that. Well, I did it to my people. Mama, what? What? My mama would have led the charge on me. It's certain shit it's certain stuff I ain't gonna do to my people. You say now, Kevin Federline, he broke now? He broke now? See, I ain't know that. But yeah, I couldn't even, I wouldn't even thought to do no shit like that. Well, my parents, oh no, it ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. None whatsoever. I couldn't have never thought to do nothing like that. But yeah, though, like, I'm with Dak, though. Protect your assets, young man. Make sure you are okay. By all costs, make sure you are okay. Because once it go left, it go left. And hey, you know, you ain't gonna be able to get yourself out of it once that prenup is not signed. It's over with. Over with. I sit and I think about, damn, look how much money Tiger Woods' wife got him for. I mean, cleaned his ass out. Cleaned him out completely. And I'll be like, oh my God, Tiger. Now Tiger made a whole lot of money, but she got a ton of bread from him. Like, she ain't never got to work a day in her life. Sit back, kick up, drink champagne, chill. I need that type of lick. Shit, I need it. What? Man. For real, boy. Like, I say, man, what? She got so much paper from Tiger. I know Tiger was like, oh my God. Poison Ivy say, honestly, even middle class people should have prenups. It makes things so much easier. Man, yeah, man, better get that. Make sure you out here protecting yourself. Because again, it just can all go left, and you won't think it will. You would think hey, ain't nothing gonna happen to me. I'm gonna be all good, all of that. She ain't gonna do this to me. Hey, or he ain't gonna do this to me if you're a woman, right? And it get done to you. Yeah, Tiger was definitely calling a phone. Hey, it's Tiger. Can you delete the messages in your phone, please? It's Tiger. Delete the messages, please. It's Tiger Woods here. Tiger Woods here. Um, I said, God damn, Tiger. What are you doing? You're a Tiger Woods. You saying your whole name. This is before AI and shit was a thing. This is before AI, it was a thing. You know what I'm saying? Tiger on there. Boy, like, what? I'm like, Tiger. Tiger, damn. You are one of the most famous people in the world. You on here telling your name and your whole name. We know it's you. I always wanted to say this for shizzle. Shout out Dave Chappelle, man. Yeah, he got too damn comfortable. That's when you did, bro. He cheating, so I don't know if he got started thinking he was above everything. But like, bro, you when you cheating like that, you gotta live every day knowing you could get caught. You gotta live every day knowing you could get found out. The way Tiger had so many women he was dealing with. When you're doing that shit, you gotta live every single day knowing you can get caught. You gotta act like act like you can get caught. Like he didn't. He just out here wild. Yeah, Tiger had everybody calling the same phone. He got one phone, all of them calling at one number. Like, what the fuck? Yeah, with his Caliblasian ass. Yeah, his I'm not black, I'm Caliblasian. Whatever that is. Yeah, all of that. God damn, Tiger. You don't know how to like keep all that separated? You don't know how to not have them calling all the same. He said all them joints was weak. All Tiger shit looked like Maggie Gyllenhaal. All Tiger joints look like Maggie Gyllenhaal. That's Tiger shit right there. Let me stop because if Maggie Gyllenhaal see this, Maggie, I'm just playing. I would love to interview you for the channel one day. Oh my God, man. Yeah. Like, cause I was like, why is he on the phone talking about when you that famous? Hell, I'm not even no. Ah, yeah. Cause see, I guess he felt like I don't know if he thought, oh, they ain't gonna never believe I'm messing with them. And yes, we are. Yeah, what your goddamn Nokia phone? The one that we used to play Snake on and shit. He used it. All of them got the same. They got his main number. Like what? They probably had his house number. Knowing Tiger, they probably had the number to the house. Damn. His old lady picking up the phone. Remember how on the Jackson 5 miniseries, all Joe Jackson women was calling the phone and hanging up one time, calling in, hanging up, and she picked up on the pattern. Joe had all his women calling the house phone and shit. They was calling Tiger House doing that, calling, letting it ring 2 times, then hanging up so they can know. So that's how Joe knew they was calling and shit. That was his joint calling. You know, God damn, bro. Like, oh, Tiger's catching it bad from us, but I just like Tiger. They probably man. He said, Joe, Joe was wilding. Joe was out here. Why they calling the house phone? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Had them call a studio number or something. Let them call let them call the studio. Give them the studio number where you record at. Don't get him the house number. Get him the number where y'all record stuff at. You know what I'm saying? You there, Catherine ain't never there. If somebody else happened to be there, you know what I'm saying, one of the boys answer the phone. Hello, can I speak to Joe? Joe, Joseph, and Michael, Joseph, here. There's a woman on the phone named named Tina. Yeah, Joe was just wild out there. Joe had a baby outside of his marriage. He had a young little girl, a little baby. He had a young little. The Jacksons got a little sister that they do not claim. They don't have no contact with or nothing, because Joe had her outside of his marriage to Catherine. You know, man, Joe. Joe was out here crying. Joe was wilding out this month. He got that Jackson 5 money. He like, shit, baby. I'm finna go do what I want to do out here. Right. And she got to call Joe daddy. And all the rest of them got to call him Joe. Joseph. 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 God damn. This is a Gary, Indiana. A Gary, Indianimal. That is a Gary, Indianimal for you. Lord. You know, my main, my legitimate, my kids with my wife, my legitimate children, they don't call me daddy. They call me Joseph. But baby girl, you call me daddy. Damn. Boy. But anyway, though, shout out to the Jackson 5 miniseries. That was my joint coming up. Well, me and my auntie and my grandmama now, we used to stay watching that. To this day, I told you I'm still scared of Lawrence Hilton Jacobs, who played Joe Jackson. You say my boy was sending the Western Unions. Remember, brothers had to send the Western Union. Remember, everybody had to send You had the Western Union the money. Joe was sending them Western Unions. Joe was going to get that Western Union, boy. Joe say, God damn, man. Gotta send this to my other old lady, man. Gotta send this to my other old lady, man. Gotta make sure she good out here. Ah, man. Lawrence Hill and Jacob look like he's gonna whoop me as soon as he saw me. I was scared of him. Who, boy? I heard people say O'Shea Jackson and jokes. Boy, O'Shea looked just like Big O'Shea. Looked just like Big O'Shea. Don't you tell them motherfuckers that my name is O'Shea. But no, man. Like yeah, yeah, I'm with Dak though. Protect your money, brother. You think it's gonna go one way. Unfortunately, it doesn't. It's very unfortunate. Very unfortunate. Said Dak needs to leave them bunnies alone. That's Dak. That is Dak's choice. Is that Dak mama was white. You know what I'm saying? So he was reared in a white environment, went to Mississippi State around a whole bunch of white girls. That is Dak's preference. That is his choice of woman. So I don't expect Dak to get with a black girl now. If he did, it would shock the hell out of me. But Dak, that is what he likes. He been in white environments his whole life. He probably dated white and Hispanic girls his whole life. Yeah, his mama white, so You know, like yeah, that was his. Yeah, I think that's what he into. You feel me? That is what he's into. Don't you tell them motherfuckers that my name is O'Shea. Um. So yeah, I wouldn't even expect Dak to even. I don't know if Dak even is interested in black women. Said Jeter the GOAT. Jeter was a wild individual. Jeter would break up with girls and send them gift baskets. Every time he break up with them, they say he had gift baskets ready for them. You get that gift basket from Derek Jeter, it's time. Is that mean he moving on from you? Eric Williams say, "What's good, bro? I'm a new subscriber. I found your channel when you was doing the Ti versus 50 Cent beef. I found out you from Chicago, born and raised Southside Chicago, Illinois. Eric, you from here? Are you from here too? But yeah, I'm born and raised Southside Chicago, big dog. You must be from the city." Said Jeter was on time, and yeah, Jeter was getting them gift baskets and all that. He like, look, we had a good run, baby. Here's what I got for you. Oh, Tyrese Halliburton is the Winter Soldier. Tyrese Halliburton probably sees black girls and goes, yuck, yuck. He probably, hey man, if it ain't snowing, he ain't going. Tyrese Halliburton is the Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier by far. As the ain't Tyrese Halliburton ain't never met a black girl he liked in his life. And if they was black in his eyes, they probably was like 12%, which ain't black for real. Which ain't black. He only like them when they got that Haley Steinfeld black ancestry. So even naming him Tyrese couldn't bring him over. Nope, because he grew up in like Apple Valley somewhere. You know, his name could have been Daquan, and he was gonna like white women before everything. Tyrese Halliburton probably be mad as hell. He see this shit, but he know I ain't lying. You can't even picture Tyrese Halliburton with no black woman. You can't even see no shit like that. You be like, man, what the hell? Said she said Poison Ivy say, Mac, you got me on other channels leaving. Leave 50 alone, leave him alone. He gonna get you. And he gonna get you good. He gonna make you pay. We gonna be in a whole heap of trouble. 50 gonna have you, he gonna send you to LaQuint Dicky Mac. He won't have none of that sass about you. 50 won't take that sass about you. He won't deal with that. Leave him alone. He gonna make you pay. He gonna get you. And he gonna get you good too. Hey, fried chicken. I remember that fried chicken. What's his favorite food? Fried chicken. That was crazy as hell. Fried chicken. God damn. She probably say watermelon and Kool-Aid. They're gonna be there. Watermelon and Kool-Aid as well. Faye's favorite thing to go with the chicken. You're gonna be in a whole heap of trouble. We're gonna be in a whole heap of trouble. Tyrese Halliburton and Maggie Gyllenhaal see this live stream. They're gonna be mad at me. It'll say, that goddamn Machiavelli Mills, get his ass. They gonna do me like Tyler Perry did the Boondocks when they aired that episode about Tyler Perry. They gonna get me up out the way. Fried chicken, chicken fried steak, jerk chicken. She was fried chicken, chicken fried steak. So Tyrese will retire a Pacer. I guarantee you that. He loves it in Indiana. Yeah, I'm sure he does. If Bismarck, if South Dakota, is Bismarck in South Dakota or North Dakota? I can't remember which one. Bismarck is the capital of either South Dakota or North Dakota. If North Dakota or South Dakota had a basketball team, he'd rather be there. If Vermont or Maine had a basketball team, that's where Tyrese Halliburton want to be at. Up in there. Oh, Tyrese ain't going to Gary. Gary, that's just too. It's not really Indiana to him. It's not real Indiana. It's not real Indiana. Real Indiana, no. French Lick, Indiana. That's some Indiana shit right there. Ah! As soon as Tyrese Halliburton gets to Gary, Indiana, he asks every girl there, you related to Freddie Gibbs? Freddie, you're not Freddie Gibbs? You related to Freddie Gibbs? Ah! Boy. I'm being unfair to Tyrese Halliburton right now. I'm being quite unfair to him. But he's going to be all right, you guys. He's going to be A-okay, brothers. Oh, man. Man. Y'all hit the like button for me, too. Hit the like button up in here. Please hit that like button. If y'all can, show love to the Cash App, $ Mac Miller 5. Show love to the Cash App under my finger, $ Mac Miller 5. It is much appreciated, y'all. Thank y'all so much. He said Tyrese don't be having bad. He said them girls going wild type of chicks. You know, them girls going wild chicks was never cold. They was never cold at all. They was just sexually mischievous. They was promiscuous. The girls going wild girls they all look like Russell Wilson's ex-wife. They just was promiscuous and they would lift up their shirt. That was what was going on. That's it. Say, no, I'm not born or raised in Chicago, but most of my family on both sides of the family are from the South Side. Fernwood. Yeah, my dad went to Fernwood Elementary School, actually. So he grew up in Grand Rapids. Okay. Shout out to Grand Rapids. Said, nah, y'all out of pocket for girls going. Y'all remember girls going wild. Girl ain't got no titties. Excuse my language. Ain't got no breastises. Come on now. I ain't trying to see them little bitty little whatever. I like the big joints. Brothers want to see the big joints with the big areolas. You feel me? I'm not looking for. Brothers want to see the big breastises with the big areolas, not the ones with the. Oh my God, Lord Jesus! I'm just being real with you. I'm being 100% with y'all. That's what brothers want to see. Brothers ain't trying to see them look. Got no breasts, boy. I ain't got no time for stuff like that. I don't got the time to be looking at that. Like, I don't want no little bit. No. Nope. I'm trying to see them big, them big choice. Oh, Lord. Oh, boy. Man, I'm going to have to do a Patreon where I talk crazy and raunchy on. Where y'all see me talk crazy on there and we can talk about some. I'm going to have to do a Patreon where we talk about adult type content for real. Adult content, y'all can really get me in an unfiltered way for real, for real. Ah! Y'all gonna have to. I'm gonna have to get on a Patreon and talk unfiltered in a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Oh Lord. But anyway though, we didn't make a detour once again because yesterday I detoured yesterday. Black Mall said I'm definitely here for that, bro. Black Mall with all the raunchy stuff. All, all the wild is she here for, man. Oh my God. But yeah, girls going wild girls. I ain't getting off on that. I told y'all we got a real go debates in there like Cherokee versus Pinky. Oh, brothers, boy. Man, boy, what a time to be youthful. What a time to be youthful. Natasha. What's going on, Natasha? My fault. And the answer is Roxy Reynolds, but continue on, bro. Always remember when Max B was kicking when before he went to jail, him and Roxy was getting it popping. He was like, I love you, Roxy. Roxy, I love you. I love you, Roxy. That chick Roxy, Roxy, I love you, baby. I love you, Roxy. Bigger Val, Bigger Val. He said he was hollering out Roxy Reynolds, boy. Bigger Val. Oh my God, boy. But look, y'all, I'm finna get off this thing. Y'all, I appreciate all y'all for popping on, showing love. Again, hit that like button for me, please. Hit the like button. If you can, hit donate to the Cash App. Cash App is $ Mac Miller 5. Again, Cash App is right under my finger, $ Mac Miller 5. Thank y'all for showing love. You know, a whole lot to me. We're gonna get back on here tomorrow, man. Have us another one. Have us a good time, man. I appreciate all y'all. Thank y'all once again. Be gone, y'all. Peace.